down here. And again, I think this can be something that they can really play to their strengths on with 100 Thieves. Sometimes they say that, you know, it could hinder them, but positions like this, when you just need those 2 assault rifles, Octane's on the car, Slash is up top behind him as well. They're both putting, you know, big amounts of damage in. Currently, it favors them in the kill department, but that is all as it does get stripped away from them. 12-9 now. It's 4-4.
Oh, number 7, Breezy, off screen there, winning the gunfights on the site while the flank was coming through.
Mira que puse para que se escuche todo
spreading the forces thin, trying to hit 2 fronts at once. What they need to be doing at that time.
Pues no se escucha re despacito en
would have been a little better. Risking, almost gets the turn there onto Enable. Zeke coming through mid now. And the defense holds 10 lives to 9. Denial on the defense. All we need to do is run that 1 minute 20 down, because it looks like we're going to be going to kills for this one. Zeke on the flank, pushing those players from behind. Breezy's also there. Number 6, that's going to be Whalers also in position. Enable's just slipped through. Timing's on. Stuns are out. Here comes the push.
That's going to be an easy kill for Enable. He's got the backup as well. Look at his 2 buddies right by him. It's going to be a 3v3 almost at the back, and a turn. Doesn't know who to focus on. Priester finds one. Enable finds another. And now the pinch is coming in. It's a 3-3 split. I think Priester will be looking to just stay alive at this point. It's 6-4. Sorry, make it 5-5. That's changed the tide a little bit here, but the zone is starting to tick. They need to contest this.
Oh, Slasher holding on by the very... Comes through, cuts down Kenny. Quick trades out from Enable. Still in the contest. 4v4. Powerful shots from Slasher. Can he find the second? He does. Big kills. There's the trade out. It's a 2v1. Denial now all to Whalers here in the first round. Timing for Whalers is going to be crucial. But the trade is going to come through eventually, and Enable gets it done. First round goes the way of 100 Thieves, but could have easily gone the other way around if not for a huge 2-piece from Slasher there on Sufi.
Yeah.
Massive play.
I was going to point out that very moment. Slasher, the way that he shot the first, but he predicted that second player. A pretty obvious play, but just kind of heads up in the moment there to make that call and to make that second kill. You know, just buys his team enough time. You know, that was at the end of 5v5. No respawning. And it comes down to that 2v1 now. We see Thieves on the defense, which is where they were really strong, if I'm being completely honest. And this, again, could spiral out of control. Let's see what the French have. Let's see what Denial have here going forward.
Denial straight into A, as we've seen. Number 4 hitting the flank. It's almost textbook at this point. Priester, however, number 6 is watching it. That is going to be Whalers on the flank. Perfect timing. Oh, it's a trade. Unfortunately, for the defensive team. Breezy, though, keeps the stream alive. Almost done at A now. As you can see, it's gone the way of Denial. Managed to win the kills as well, so similar to the first round.
Bueno, se supone que en un rato se tiene que cargar, entonces pues no me deja poner.
Number 9 has managed to slip through. Can he get the kills as well? Enable's going to get the answer on the middle of the map. Slasher now watching the players in the back end. Great shots, but not enough to get it done. Breezy gets the kill. Now they manage to find a way out. Here comes the play towards B.
27-24. Enable causing trouble in the opposition's spawn, and Priester locking things down in his own spawn here, but he won't find that second. It's Breezy again who is using his team to bait out. He's actually found another. That's 6 kills in a row for Breezy. He's got a lightning strike to play around with here. Let's jump on board with Breezy and see what he can do with this.
100 points away from next. Still haven't managed to make their way actually on towards B yet. The defense has been pretty solid from 100 Thieves. They're playing this very aggressively, playing far forward. Oh, there it is.
No me dice cuántas repro hay, anda re mal YouTube, amigo.
Octane finds 2 in the end, Slasher finds another one, that's big. That's the 4th kill in a row for Octane, so eye on him for streaks next. Kenny, stuns are up, but Whalers attack mask is out, now got the Annihilator.
¿Cuántas repro hay?
Octane finds 1 with it, perfect 6. He's got a few more to get.
I was going to say perfect 6, jumping the gun a little bit here, not going to find it. Octane will try and find that.
Nah, me alta paja entrar cuenta por cuenta. O sea, tengo 3 cuentas, creo. Tengo la de Higuaín, tengo la mía.
Interesting positioning, to say the least. 16-12 though, as 100 Thieves still have that life advantage, still have the map control. Look at that map for a second here. It's very tough to deny.
Tengo la de Higuaín, la tengo la mía, la de Cristian, también tengo.
Every trade needs to go your way.
Igual lo voy a poner por ahí para que se posicione mejor el directo, puede ser.
It is frustrating here for Denial, and by all means, you know, yes, they're giving it the best shot, but 100 Thieves right now, they're playing the map so much better. They're playing the corners, they're playing the trades, the baits, the switches, even down to the concussions, they're using them so well.
100 Thieves got Denial on a slow simmer, and they're just watching those juices cook well. Enable finds Zeke, Kenny, Breezy as well. Kenny finally goes down, but 14-5, this is a big mountain. This is quite the challenge now for Denial. They've got to make something big happen here in this very possible. Not like that, though. When Natshay's dropped, now it's down to the last three. Wailers, Breezy, and Zeke. Slasher guns up. He's going to find Zeke now on the road. Ooh, the squeeze pass. He's going to get it done. Kills are out. Clock's ticking. If they can contest, they stop the clock. Second round goes the way. 100 Thieves.
A couple of streaks to play around with for Denial, but
sí, si no, no aparece ni en pedo.
That is a very convincing round. And again, that's where we said 100 Thieves are strong on the defense. They proved that here. Enable, Kenny, for me, were very, very strong in that round in particular. They were pushing up to that house. They were causing a nuisance. You know, when you get in that house with a sword, on the offense for the likes of Denial, they've got to push in or push past the likes of a Barracks or an ICR, and you can really kind of punish them for that. And they can't just change to a SUG just to win that one gunfight, because if they do that, then they've got to get to the zone, and it just gets out of control. Very well played from 100 Thieves. Let's see, of course, what specialists come in, because if you look to the top right, pretty much everyone is there for Denial. It's obviously a must-win round, stating the obvious here, but Priester and the boys looking to end in 3.
See if they can get done. Wailers finds 2 already. Oh, big shot.
Hay un chabón que tiene un canal de YouTube que se llama SHARK Clan ESP. Y está en directo jugando Fortnite, boludo. Sí, boludo.
Small, very small progress towards both points at this stage for 100 Thieves, but A is now slowly being drained away. Wailers making his way forward. Big shots. Annihilator, bad timing. Bad timing as Kenny punishes. Kenny continuing this punishing run. Breezy has to back down, and A's just lost his first tick. That looks to be disaster for Denial. That's a really bad way to lose showers and your Annihilator player.
Wailers actually still has that Annihilator. Luckily for him, when you pop the Annihilator, for you guys who may not know, you've got to kind of spin it around your finger, cock it back, and then it's used. So, you know, still has it, but nevertheless, 100 Thieves do have the lead here. 5 lives and a 2-round cushion as well, enabling Kenny making things look a little easier, but Natshay once again here shooting 2 in the back. 100 Thieves still looking strong. A is done, and they're going to have to regroup. There's one player on a heavy flank. Attack 5 boost coming in for the defensive squad here. That's going to be Octane. Keep your eyes on the minimap for him. I think he's going to be a little bit static as of right now. Let's jump on board, though, as we go back with the attacking team. Priester still has that grab slam.
They got minute 45 on the clock and 19 lives to seal this entire series out 3-0. Wailers, Annihilator finally at the ready. Whoops, there's big shots from Octane. Now the cap starts.
Oh, no.
Wailers unable to get it done. Breezy's lightning strike comes out. It does find Octane. It does clear the point out for the time being, you know. That's enough for now. They're keeping the lives even. They're keeping the series together. Enable hitting that flank. Vision Pulse ready to go. Again, Vision Pulse. He has to stay alive for that effect to still last for his team. As Zeke's War Machine starts ringing out, Wailers, the flank is open. Enable, brilliant timing. Zeke keeping the pressure alive on the point, but they have to now turn their attention to the flank. Priest is in from behind, slams his way through Laundry. Enable finds Natshay as well, so this is the pressure. There is the Vision Pulse. Everyone now on Denial Esports can be pinged. Kind of a combination between X-ray vision and sonar. There's the aggressive play. Now they're capitalizing on top of the specialist usage. The lives are starting to dwindle away as Denial are bleeding out. 12-8. This is the way it looks for 100 Thieves. This is how they're going to close the series out. Slasher's War Machine now hammering away those players making their way forward. That's a big stick. Brisker's got a dirty hat there. Octane finds Wailers. It's all falling to pieces. Second tick towards B, 3 lives remaining. Now it's a race. Who's going to get it done first? The cap is almost done. And ladies and gentlemen, 100 Thieves will finally get that first win on the board here in the CWL Pro League. They get it done in 3. A strong showing from them, and I said at the start of the series, definitely the performance we expect of this team. For Denial, though, back to the drawing board. Plenty of Pro League left to play for them.
Yeah, I think Crowder will be happy with that one. I'm talking to the man here, he is. They can finally smile, a bit of a sigh of relief almost for 100 Thieves. A game they should win. A game they should win 3-0. The talent on that roster, they should be 3-0 in a lot of teams by with ease, if you like. But you can't discredit Denial. Yesterday they put up a strong fight against Heretics. They come in, they place that first map that has to end a hard point, and I'm like, whoa, hang on a second. This could be a test. It wasn't. Priester went off, incredible stuff. Octane for me, map 1 and 2, fantastic as well. But Control, it was a very well-rounded team performance here. Things were utilized well. It wasn't necessarily, you know, all specialists for me, but it was position. It was down to things like concussions. Congratulations to 100 Thieves on the 3-0.
Yep, somebody said they were buns yesterday, but 100 Thieves looking good now. Let's jump down to the main stage as Jess has got a word with Slasher for our PlayStation Instant Reaction.
Thanks, Miles. How's it feel to get your first win on the board?
After yesterday, it feels really good. I think we came out and we kind of destroyed them, so I'm really happy with how we played. We just got to keep it rolling tomorrow against United.
One thing that your coach Crowder was saying to me before this match is that you really want to use each match as a learning experience. So what was the takeaway from this series?
I mean, there's not too much to take away outside of the S&D, I feel like. Both respawns, we kind of came in and handled business and played how we should. In the S&Ds, we threw away a few first bloods like we did yesterday, so we just need to tighten that up a little bit, and we'll be a lot better.
Also, I know you guys are, of course, looking forward to CWL Fort Worth, but for while you're here at the Pro League, what is your goal?
I think our goal right now is to finish every match with a dub, so go 6-1. Yeah, we're hoping to do that and just get better every match and hopefully be a contender for Fort Worth.
All right, well, thank you so much. This has been your PlayStation Instant Reaction. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this quick break.
That is exactly what we needed to see from 100 Thieves. That clean 3-0 sweep over Denial Esports. Your desk is back. Nameless, Pac-Man, and Study. I mean, it couldn't have gone better for them, Study.
Oh, 100%. 100 Thieves, besides the S&D, was a little close, but every respawn after that, just a flawless team. Just flawless work out of them. It was just unbelievable performance for them. Priesta, wow, what a performance he just put on those respawns. Give big shout out to the new guy. You know, he went off.
But at the same time, I mean, you know, it was a Denial. We talked about it in the last desk segment that they needed to do this to Denial. They needed that 3-0.
That's the way they needed to do it as well. They needed to dominate in the respawns, take the search and destroy. 100 Thieves, yeah, I mean, going into this,
already taking pictures?
Already taking photos.
we won, boys. Photo shoot. Instantaneously after every shoot. I don't know, I like it, though. I mean, getting the content out there, 100 Thieves. I appreciate it. But yeah, no, this is what they needed. They needed to have that statement map, and you know, the newcomer onto this team, Priesta, having a crazy game one, dominating like from the jump. He was like 21-5 at a point, just absolutely taking over, picking up a specialist very early on, making plays with it left and right, and they were able to close this one out by a huge margin. And I think that this map kind of propelled them throughout the series. You know, that was that extra confidence in that hard point game that they talked about, that they improved so much. I think it really showed in this first map here.
Simply put, though, honestly, Denial doesn't have enough individual skill to overcome their lack of teamwork. Like, Denial needs to get a lot better. We've been going pretty easy on them just because I guess it's early, and they're the underdogs in these matches, but they got to work on their teamwork. The individual skill will come with their teamwork. But right now, they're like off pace with one another. They got to get tighter as a team.
If I'm Aches, I'm taking these positionings from Octane. 100%. You see how freaky this
really
guy
nice
jumps on top of the 18. I mean, you're outside of the map and you're still going to go for that shot. That's what I'm saying. Like, being a sniper is like the greatest thing when you're able to play to expectations of people of you not being there. Say for instance, like when they turn a corner, like right here, there's no way you expect a guy to jump shot you right here.
Yeah, that's just the individual talent on this 100 Thieves roster has never been questioned. All these players are amazing, and when they're winning maps and they're confident, they're only going to get that much better. And this series was, you know, it was pretty much flawless. Other than the search and destroy, we saw Slasher talk about how they're giving up first bloods, you know, here and there, but over time that'll be polished. I'm sure there's a ton that they're working on day in and day out, trying to fix every little issue they have in every single game mode. But you know, overall, like, I think the other roster, the old 100 Thieves, they would struggle with teams that, you know, were less talented than them just because how disorganized they were. But you know, now we're seeing them being able to pretty much wipe the floor with a team that's, you know, less than them and not as good, and that individual talent really shows in these matches now.
And you need that confidence for them, I'm sure. You know, you do that change, you bring Priesta in, and then you come in and you do exactly what you know that you can do. Get that confidence of, like, you got your first win on the board, and hopefully onward and upward from there.
That's definitely true, but you heard it in Slasher's interview. This wasn't the match for them that they want to win.
No.
Like, they expect to win that. That's not really the confidence boost. The guy's a champion. He's not like overjoyed with beating Denial, right? Tomorrow, a match against United, that's a better test for them.
Yeah, if they do that, if they do this in that match, then all
right, that's a confidence booster. Like, okay, now we're nasty.
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, though, Study, they were losing and really struggling against, as we said before, teams that they shouldn't have been before. So, I mean, at least you're seeing improvement, right? That's what you need.
Yeah, 100%. You know, especially I feel like we got to give some credit to Crowder. I know how smart of a player that guy is. I played with him and won my first championship with that guy, and I just know the intelligence that he's able to bring to a team and all the fundamentals he's just always able to just restore in your brain. And I know Chris is just going to be able to make sure you guys are on top of your rotations, trading certain things like switching to flak jacking when you need to. Like, these are the things that he's bringing to that team, and this is why they're improving, not only because they got a new player, but you got to give the coach some things too.
Yeah, and the vibe as well. Like, it's big to have a coach that, you know, is friends with the players on the team, former teammates of some of these guys, that's able to, you know, when they're in an argument, to kind of be like, hey, from the outside looking in, it seems like this. And that's an underrated aspect of a coach when you bring in a guy that used to be a former player, that used to play and understands the emotions of a team and how to be a championship team. That helps a lot. So you got to think he's playing a big role in that regard for this roster as well.
Yeah, have that third party kind of moderator, if you will, outside looking in. So I'm very glad to see that, you know, Crowder, we got a couple smiles out of him after they won. But let's pull up our schedule now, because coming up next, we have Enigma 6 and Heretics. In this match against Heretics.
They need to completely forget about that match yesterday. They need to leave that completely behind, because that's not who.
How hard is it to do that?
It's really hard, especially if you got beat the way that you did yesterday, because you're just going to go back and create 100 different reasons to the reason why you lost. But the main thing is you should just drop it and move forward, and just today just come with a completely different mindset. Like, okay, we're going to work as a team today. We're not going to single challenge, and just like the little things, just preach it, preach it, preach it.
Well, you drop the feeling and the anger of losing, but you remember what you did wrong. And yesterday, E6, they let Arcedes have his way with them, like getting picked off one by one by an ICR. Like, an ICR should be a trade. That guy should be a trade kill. Like, if he's the guy that's picking you off left and right, you know, dropping 27 and 14, you're clearly getting first blooded by the other team. Whoever, Pristini, was getting entry kills left and right. Like, you got to be getting your first kill and then swarming, using teamwork. And I think E6's teamwork was lackluster yesterday, and that's pretty much.
We talked about it yesterday. General was off pace with his team, and he's not going to be able to do that against a team like Heretics that has this kind, like a crazy amount of individual skill. If they're not together, this team, Journey, Lucky, they will pick them apart. They got to play together. Journey, these guys are incredibly talented individually. We're going to keep saying it so you guys understand. They're new to the pro league for sure, but you guys, they're going to become household names with how good they are.
Yeah, and we've talked about Journey before. We've already highlighted him, and those stats attest to how well he's been playing.
Stylistically, I'm excited to watch this match simply because it seems like E6 thrives kind of on smaller maps. Sometimes on frequency they'll be, you know, really deadly. And we've seen Heretics struggle a few times on that map. They're typically really, really good at gridlock. We've seen them dominate on that map time and time again. You know, the bigger maps, sort of the Maddox maps. So stylistically, it should come down to the vetoes in this series. I think that E6 have a really good chance at winning this game if Kismet's able to, you know, slay like he did at the PLQ. If he's able to do it against Heretics, they'll have a really good chance. He's got to be the all-star for this roster. He absolutely has to be.
I just want them all to be on the same pace today. If they can all just run around and just communicate the way this is supposed to, then it should be fine. Because yesterday, like I said, we had Cade at 20 and 20, but then we had General at 10 and 10. Like, that is two completely different paces. And as long as they're on the same pace today, they won't get blown out like the way that they did yesterday.
Yeah, well, we will have to see what is going to come up with that match in just a few minutes. But that was what 100 Thieves needed. They needed to be able to come in here after their loss yesterday to Splice and clean 3-0 sweep Denial. And they did just that. So they've got to be feeling good about that. But as we continue the day, coming up next, we have Enigma 6 versus Heretics.
afraid. Play new content first on PS4.
PlayStation. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I hope we managed to pull you away from some blackout to get you into this next matchup. Welcome back to the Call of Duty World League here in Columbus, Ohio at the MLG Arena. We have got a ding-dang-diddly-doodly banger for you. I lost myself halfway through that one. It's going to be Heretics going up against E6. Heretics sitting top of the league. 2 wins to nada, brother. E6 looking to get themselves, they got the 1 win, 1 loss. You know, could be better, could be worse.
Yeah.
Either way, it's going to be a goodie.
Yeah, Frosty's going to try and do something better with the Koshka this time around. Of course, we see him doing some great things yesterday, taking out his own teammate, not what you want to see. However, mistakes were made. But Heretics yesterday again, playing up against Denial. Of course, you know, picked up the W, going against Enigma 6. Maybe a bit of a different challenge here. Gridlock is where they start things, and Hacienda is where it could all end. And we've already seen how good some of these teams can be on some of these game modes as well. It's going to be interesting to kick things off, and this was the match which a lot of people looked at and favored Heretics. I put my predictions out, which I like to do in the morning, Miles, and I chose E6, and my goodness, I got some backlash off that one. It was like, are you crazy? Against Heretics, I was like, I'm sorry.
You just thought that they might throw this series. Who knows?
I mean, I'm feeling E6.
Yo, are you working this? Are you working this from behind the scenes? Are you making cash off this, Phil? That'd be a terrible thing. You bad man. Heretics, though, a strong form has to be said. You know, the first matchup went their way against the United. Bit of a surprise there, bit of a shock. Of course, they took down Denial again. The battle of the European teams, the Spanish versus the French. They managed to pick up the win there, and now against E6, second North American team they'll be facing here. And you have to say one thing about Heretics: the gun skill is absolutely there. You know, we screamed from the rooftops the power of metals. We talked about how exceptional, you know, Journey's been, and Sucre, goddamn, absolutely brilliant stuff from all of them, and their teamwork as well working out. E6, on the other hand, you know, they've got a little bit of teething problems. You know, there's some growing pains so far in the league. You know, we touched on the mistakes made yesterday. At times, you know, looking a little shaky at the knees, a little weak. But now a definite chance for them to test themselves against a squad who's already proven their worth thus far in the league. It's going to be a tough one.
Most certainly will be. Could be a full 5 maps between the guys here. I'm looking at the likes of Journey. On E6, Kismet. I know, obviously, there's been a lot of hype around him so far, but I feel like he's a player that can match the pace of Heretics. I really do. I'm not sure who's going to kind of step up with him to, you know, join him in that challenge, but we'll, of course, have to keep our eyes out for every single person. Are E6 going to take the map control and dictate the pace, or are Heretics going to run riot?
2 players I want to see really step things up today. It was Cade and General yesterday. Cade is 0.65, I believe, and 0.53 respectively in the hard points. Time to turn that one around as E6 going to crack the puzzle that is the team at the moment. Heretics, though, once again, the Spanish rebels against, I don't know, I'm trying to think of heretics. To be a heretic is to, you know, rebel against the church almost. Either way, let's just shut our meat holes and get into this one. Gridlock. Hard point is going to be map number 1. And again, you got to be favouring Heretics going in this one, but E6 with plenty to prove. Here we go, boys and girls. Kismet on your screen, the player we talked about, blistering pace as he rolls straight on through to the hard point, head on head. As both teams get stuck into this one, Cade and Frosty open this one up, and it's almost a perfect run. As all the members of Heretics are taken down there, Method's the only one managed to get a kill. And on the overextend, Sucre's going to hold the line and take down Kismet and Frosty.
Something small to note, Sucre actually killed himself there at the very start on purpose, I think, to change his specialist. So that was a 4v5 going into the middle, not what you want, but that's his own fault. But he picks up 2 kills and he's looking for the rotation. Not going to get it here. It's Frosty He's going to be utilizing that grapple gun to get up close and personal. Interesting here, obviously trying to hold spawns for the next one in 20 seconds. He's actually going right to the... I'm confused by the play here. There's 15 seconds. And I'm not really sure what Frosty's actually doing at this stage. Is he just kind of waiting for players to push around the house? We'll have to wait and see whether it comes up trumps, but trusting his teammates, to say the least.
Frosty, though, finally finding one. It's a player just above him. He has no idea. Again, the shots are going through. Metals and Journey winning the shots down on the hard point, and Frosty's gone down again. That's going to be a Cade now making his way through middle. Journey have control of the hard point now as the Heretics.
Frosty pushing up there. I'm confused of why. And as soon as the gunfights were going down here, his whole team was spawning behind him. I don't know whether he thought it was a different hard point popping up next, but that's not what you want to be doing. He literally flipped the spawns in favor of Heretics for that. And again, maybe trusting his teammates, I'm not sure, to win those gunfights. It definitely doesn't pay off, as Heretics now will have the spawns 30 seconds as well, pretty much to play with here. They do have the lead already, so mistakes were made right there by Frosty.
Heretics still in control, 20 seconds remaining. Metals seeking out the battle for next. Players now 3-6 in position. Cade first to go down as he's swept off his feet. Metals holding the line still. Here comes Diabolic in next. Sukri and Lucky hitting the flanks. The timing's perfect. Once again, Metals leading the charge. The shots are through. All the teamwork is there as Lucky finds one. Still alive, 2 HP for Metals, but the pressure is mounting. Z6 are very much against the ropes here on Showers. They have the hard point, but they're still managing to get the kills. Journey now, a little too late, but, you know, nothing to be sneezed at. He's got himself streaks. He's going to be cleaned up, and you know what? E6, they managed to hold on to Showers.
Yeah, starting to calculate a couple things here together, push together. Cade taking down Kismet, not the best here, but he'll take it, as he does find himself through. Lucky one sliding in, General finds another, and now pushing forward, still in control of the hard point. Cade, a play which he kind of dubbed to step it up here. Most certainly is. 4-kill streak, 8-4 as it stands, with 47 seconds of objective time here. Rotating round to the house. Wow, okay, let's get this going.
Easy, Tiger. 20 seconds left here. And E6, the lead will flip. They will take full control now. Cade's dropped. Methods and Lucky making their way forward. Frosty once again on the back. Does get dropped. Nice bit of a clean out there from Heretics. They watch the back, and now they've managed to get through. Final few seconds are going to go the way of E6. Just to help pad out that lead just a tiny little bit more. The kills department is looking favourable towards the players on Heretics. 8-6 for Sukri, 8-6 for Methods. Only player who's not really going hard is Lucky, and that's only 4-4 right now as he tries to turn this one around. Heretics still in control. General tries to poke a hole in the defence just towards the back end. Metals, though, he's up top. He's flushed out the player there at Broken. And now things are looking dangerous as Heretics continue the run.
Still in control of the hardpoint. Contesters come in. The slide from Metals as well. He is electric sometimes, just the pace that he does play at. The bob and weave. He's going to find himself the bait almost for Lucky, as Lucky finds another couple here. We touched on obviously a bit of a slow start, but he's on a 4-kill streak for now. Journey still with the lightning strike, and Heretics with a small lead here. I will say, I think Enigma did really well at the Showers hardpoint to get a lot of these points and time back. We're going to the next rotation, obviously, with some specialists to play with potentially. Be interesting to see who utilizes this the best already. TAC 5 boost straight away used. And the reason he's doing that, he's playing quite well. He can actually get this for a second time in the map. I've seen people get it for a third as well. Incredible stuff. Journey lighting it up here. 3 kills with the lightning strikers. Once more, reaching that 100-point mark.
Again, you have to hand it to Heretics there. Next set of rotations, we always see that lightning strike clear out the field in mid-map. E6 probably not aware of that one again. Maybe a matter of miscommunication or not necessarily keeping on top of the fact that Journey had those streaks. Not easy to do in these high-intensity games. As the hard point now is slowly but surely changing hands as everyone seems to be jostling for next. 35 seconds left on the point. Metals continuing this push as he doesn't manage to get any more out of that one. Metals here to pick up the pieces and continue that run. Watching the back end of the map is going to be number 6 on your screen. That is Cade. Lucky making his way towards the hard point, cleaned out immediately. Both teams just fighting over this final few moments. 20 seconds left now on the first hard point, and it's been a fun one.
Yeah, General's done really, really well in this middle hard point to get the time, contest the time, and keep the spawns as well. Kismet now pushing up here. Obviously doesn't want to do what Frosty did last time and flip those spawns. He's looking for these players, and he's got to track back. He's just got to be able to take one player out, and I think he's going to find himself the player. It's going to be Sukri, perfectly executed, and now pushing in from behind. This is much better from Enigma 6, and again, they're not being spawned. If you look at number 1, Sukri, the way he spawned, that is where you want them to be spawning, because now Kismet can be that annoying frustration in the side of Heretics, and Enigma 6 are reaping the rewards. However, coming from behind, Frosty's going to be taken there, and now pushing forwards. Methods and company could take control of the hardpoint. Graph slam available, but Kismet Diabolic doing the dirty work there, and Lucky cleaning things up, but they do get broke, but I will say again, much better from Enigma 6.
Kismet actually made the perfect rotation around the back. You saw it. You said he was coming in from behind. Two players of Heretics spawned on the far left-hand side of the map, and as they made their way straight onto the hard point, he did a nice little loop, came in straight behind him, picks up 2 kills, continues the run. Heretics 137 to the 124 and climbing there of E6. 12 seconds left in this hard point. They're going to get the final few moments, but here we go. The battle for showers is about to begin, and at the ring of the bell, here it comes. Diabolic finds his first 2 of that War Machine, 3 to his name. Can't get the 4th done. The trophy says nay, mate. As the pressure mounts now, E6 about to flip the lead for the 2nd time in this matchup. Closely contested in this hard point.
Enigma 6 there, they get the scrap time, much better on the rotation of the 2nd hard point. They actually rotate to showers first and foremost. They beat it with the War Machine, they utilized that. They've forced Heretics now to utilize their specialist. Frosty's countered that one as well, and it is going to be a bit of a bloodbath, but Heretics coming out on top for this one. There's still 35 seconds to play with. Lucky's got the Annihilator, Sucre's going to fall as well. General getting into the mix, and my goodness, it's almost a little bit too quick, as Lucky, I think, only finds 2. And I'm really, really excited here. Enigma 6 here just seem to be stepping it up. Look at Frosty. I talked about maybe poor rotation onto the 2nd one. He's thinking about this next one already. 1 kill here could really change the game, because if he makes kills, it'll be interesting. If he's, I was going to say if he pushes up a little bit here, he could spawn them out. Not going to happen. Heretics, hold on.
Heretics, hold on. You see that orange icons on that mini-map to the left-hand side. Setting up, watching down that long street, now watching towards middle. Journey gets 1, quick trade out. Metals finds a 2nd kill, and the players making their way through the middle of the map, and this is it. Sucre, last line of defense, still holding onto the hard point, but the lanes are starting to open now for the players of E6, and the spawns have not worked out for Heretics. They've spawned way out, Narnia, if you will, and now they're going to put their runners on and make their way across map, while E6 are going to reap the reward here and continue to pad out that lead that they've already developed.
Yeah, much, much better from Enigma 6. They're showing their understanding of the game here, and the way to push things, even from the players pushing out of showers. They held the defense. They were holding it as the players were pushing up on the hard point. They're making every single kill. You got Cade on a double, Kismet on a double, Diabolic finding 1, General on a streak as well, Frosty on 4. It is all blue, and it is all Enigma 6 right now as they hold down the house. Still 10 seconds. No streaks to play with as of just yet here, but Enigma 6 here really, really showing how well they're made of.
Cracked over 200 points. Vision pulse out. That's going to be coming through, providing all the information they could possibly ask for. Kismet with the Annihilator now. He's got these targets painted in red. You can see them through those paper-thin walls. And again, the bullet penetration of the Annihilator cannot be understated. Sucre, dicing with death. Diabolic's going to get him done from behind. Hardpoint still being locked down. No streaks to clear him out this time. Finds 1, finds 2. It's an easy 2 for Kismet. They line up for him. Ooh, there may have been a 3rd if he gets the turn. 235 and climbing though. This is looking great for E6. Lucky gets his face completely removed as Kismet continues to run. 30 seconds, they can get it done here. The final 10. Streaks are out. Here comes Journey now. Sucre with that Tempest. Can he find anything with the Tempest in the final few seconds? They need a contest. Metals is in. There's Frosty on the flank. Not a single shot landed. Sucre can't get it done. Over the top though. The lightning strike is going to clear him out. The streaks are going to get it done. And E6 take the hard point.
Strong, strong stuff from Enigma 6 there. Frosty actually got streaks at the very, very end. We saw great stuff all around. However, he started poorly. The poor rotation, and I will put it in the hands of Frosty, I feel like he just got a little bit overexcited, a bit overzealous, started pushing up to the house. And nevertheless, it was just, from there on out, as a slow start, kind of built things up here.
Yeah, man. I mean, Enigma 6, they managed to...
Listen, in a big tongue twister. Let it go.
I've let it go. It's gone. It's totally gone.
I've not. It's okay.
We're having a good laugh here. Either way, man.
Enigma 6.
Enigma 6 have finally cracked the puzzle on themselves. The code breakers have been at work, and now that first hard point went their way. Have to be surprised, though. Again, Heretics have looked so fantastic. I don't want to know what's going on. I want to know what happened there and what the thoughts were before the matchup. Don't you, Jess? What did they say?
Yes, Miles, I absolutely do. And luckily, I did find out because from E6, I chatted with Cade, and the first thing he said was, yeah, we're amped as a team. He did also lay down some honesty and said yesterday was unacceptable, referring to the 3-0 loss to EU United. And he said, but, you know, we're going to bounce back versus Heretics because we have to win. We can't lose anymore. Now, over on the side of Heretics, I also caught up with Lucky, and he said, well, this is going to be a really tough match. Enigma 6 counters our playstyle really well, and he said especially E6 plays really well on smaller maps like Frequency, but he said, you know, if we can win the hard point, then we're good. We can take the series. So, fortunately, that plan didn't go so well for them so far, but let's see how the rest of the series goes. Miles and Momo, back over to you guys.
Thank you kindly, Jess. Back in it we go indeed. Second matchup in the series is going to be the Search and Destroy, and again, have to be said, I will keep harping on about this one. Heretics are currently sitting top of the board with 2 wins to nothing. Impressive to say the least that E6 have managed to take the hard point off them. They've been taking hard points in a great way off of teams. We saw them take, United to Game 5. This is impressive work nonetheless. Into the Search we go. Have E6 got what it takes to bring the fight to Heretics now on frequency? That is the question I have. I'd be interested to see if it happens because we saw them against E United. It was what, 6-1? It was an absolute blowout. I wonder if they can bring the same sort of noise.
We saw E6 yesterday on Payload as well against E United, and rounds were getting thrown away.
Ooh.
Rounds were kind of, which they should have. It was 2v3s, 3v2s that they had in hand against, one of which was a sniper. I think it was Clay. We saw him shouting and screaming in round number 1. Again, I feel like they threw away so many rounds in that Search and Destroy. I hope that that's not the case throughout the Pro League, but it looks like tactics are being discussed for E6 here. They're going into this one, of course. The coach is allowed to jump on the mic, give them a little bit of info.
I'd love to hear that. I'd love to hear those conversations. I mean, of course, you have to vet them for, players don't want to give away too much, but it would be very, very interesting. Again, the addition of coaches here on the stage in between matches here in CWL. This is the latest edition going into Black Ops 4, and I think it's certainly reaping the rewards. A lot of these teams, a few teams unable to compose themselves after a tough loss, having that coach come in and just whisper some sweet nothings in your ear through those Astros helps a lot. Helps teams regain, helps teams, reevaluate a situation. Stops blame being thrown around, which is again something really important. It's super easy to blame your teammates. I blame you for stuff all the time when we're playing.
I know, totally uncalled for.
No.
All the time, actually. But one thing I will say, with coaches jumping on as well, sometimes, they've probably got 2, 3, 4, 500, I don't know, strats going into this. That coach is there to just reinitiate, what we're doing round 1. You know what we're doing, if this happens. Just to kind of walk them through, keep them calm going into this. But frequency, Search and Destroy is where we'll be kicking things off. But dominated map number 1 for E6 here. After kind of that first hiccup again, but when it started to click, they looked fantastic. And again, we talked about kind of the pace of the game at the very start and how Heretics can be pretty crazy. We saw Kismet going off at the end with the Annihilator. Tempest for Heretics just didn't find anything. Specialist always crucial. And as we go into Search and Destroy, we've already seen a 3-0 today. E6 will want to make it 2.
I'd be surprised at this point, but it's a new dawn, it's a new day, and E6 looking fine so far. Heretics, Specialist usage leaves much to be desired for, and we've talked about how Specialists can make and break a series and make or break a map. How are we going to fare now as we go straight on into the Search? Sukri, snipe in hand, no one there at the B site, all for naught. The push is through middle, Methods is overwhelmed, has to back up. Entirety of E6 have made their way forward. Journey is able to pick one of those players out on the aggressive run. Can't find a second as Kismet answers back. 3-4 right now. Heretics at the deficit, but whoa, big team shot there. It's going to make it a 4v2.
Perfect bait and switch there at A, and like you said, making it that 4v2. They're team firing, they're team shooting, and that's the first real one-on-one we've kind of seen. Frosty comes out on top, but it would surprise me if Heretics don't group up and push this player as a squad. Sukri is holding the back line. He's actually got himself a Paladin. But Methods unlucky. Will be on the flank. Doesn't need it, though. Sukri puts one through the shoulder, and that's going to be enough here for Heretics to take round number 1.
Good night after that one. Sukri snipe finds its mark. His final shot. Sukri puts Frosty to bed. Right through the neck. Schwacked, if you will. Now, interesting start there from Heretics. Again, punishing the aggression from E6. We saw Journey and Sukri sitting back in their side of the map, letting those players aggressively charge over, punishing the mistakes. And on we go now into an offensive round for Heretics with that first one under the belt. 2 kills back-to-back for Lucky. Methods unable to get involved that time, and nobody's up top. 2 players edging towards B for the defense. That's going to be Frosty, possibly with a snipe in hand. We'll see if he's whipped out that Koshka with that laser sight again, which has caused no, he hasn't, but many questions. I'm sure we'll find out the answers to that later on in the league.
All calm in round number 2. Bomb looks like it's going to be a concussion. Has landed, and now they're starting to push as well. No TACMAS. The second concussion's going to land as well. TACMAS for Frosty. He's going to find the first. Will find the second with a beat down. Kismet and Lucky trading things out elsewhere, but it comes down to a 3v2. And Sukri is going to... Oh, my goodness. Lucky jumping up. Lucky finds a double. I feel like that should have been traded. My goodness. I mean, obviously seeing it from Lucky's point of view, fantastic. But it's just General left in a 1v2. Location has been revealed. The bomb is in a bit of an awkward position. I'm not sure if General knows this. I don't think he does.
Lucky had enough time there to ID that guy on the left, double take him, and then kill both. 5-0 for Lucky. Big round for him. Final 10 on the board. General, though, the timing could be right. There it is. Lucky, though, finally goes down. The shots are up. Sukri once again finds the silver bullet.
That could have turned nasty very quickly as well. Killing that bomb planter and being up against a sniper. Misses that first shot, and that could have got very, very dangerous.
Yeah, 100%. Even then, Lucky, my heart was in my mouth as he stood up.
So this player on the right, when he jumps up here, you'd like to... Oh, he goes a little bit too far. The slide, the movement from Lucky. AD dipped below the shots of Cade.
Perfecto movement. Shots, everything working out. It's another round now to Heretics, 2-0. E6, their search and destroy woes continue. Sukri yet to die yet. 2 kills, 2 round closers. Frosty with the Paladin. Hello. Welcome to the rest of the league. 5 shots up. Sukri gets a big old body tag. Has to carry that one now until he can revive, and Lucky's in the back. Frosty no stranger to this kind of situation, and it's back to forth between both of them. Sukri doesn't finally get the shot either. A slight readjustment, a slight reshuffle. Diabolic trying to make his way through the front as well, and this next flurry of engagement, this next bout of fights is going to seal the round. As the control towards B, the presence is being felt as Diabolic's on point. Big nade, Sukri's going to dodge it. But again, that snipe in this position is not what he wants, as Lucky finds Diabolic. Metals now over the top. He's going to find one. Kismet's shot in from behind. The Sorg doing work. And now it's a 2v3.
They have got the bomb, though, so they could just go for a plan. It looks like they're going for a wrap. They're not going to get that bomb down straight away. Frosty's actually edging towards the middle of the map. Kismet back and forth here. That's the first engagement. Frosty knows exactly where he is. I think that bomb is going down. No, it's not just yet. Kismet's going to find himself with a cluster on top of the bomb site. Metals, pinpoint accuracy there. And it's now Frosty in a world of trouble. 3v1. Push from either side. And Sukri finds the final kill. This has been really, really strong from Giants in the end. Every single round when it's ended, it's just look at each other, fist bump. There's no crazy, like, shouting and screaming, which we're kind of used to from the Spanish. You know, every round, like, the expressions on their face sometimes tells the story and shows the passion. We're not seeing that today. It's a little bit different.
Heretics are in control now. They seem to be very, very composed. And again, it shows in these rounds. They can take the early deficit. They can take the first loss. He called them Giants. I thought it was very adorable.
Oh, wow.
Sweet, mate. No, I remember them.
The Giants
I remember that. I remember that. But Heretics now...
I've been in this game too long.
All right. So far, so good. Sukri. Shots out. Doesn't get anything. Metals on point. Oh, Diabolic goes down as well as his finger licking good there on towards the elevator. Sukri can't get it done with a snipe again. Another whiff, but he's going to back on out. See that slight adjustment now from E6. Number 4. That's going to be Cade. Hungry for it, but a little too hungry. He's going to get his fill. Lucky takes care of Journal on the other side of the map. And again, that is that composure you talked about. They're so calm. They're so chill. It's all smiles. No matter what happens, they kind of take a step back. They let E6 fill that space and make the mistake. And then they punish accordingly. And it's just not working out for E6 to search and destroy.
It really isn't here. They're finding problem after problem. Heretics staying strong. And again, just kind of solidifying this map win here for them is very important. I like how they're staying composed. I do miss the hype by all means, but E6 look like they're in a little bit of trouble here on the search and destroy. 4-0 right now. Sukri yet to go down. 7-1 for Lucky as well, but looking at the streaks and specialists here, Heretics are looking for that clean sweep, that 6-0, that whitewash.
Currently 4 straight. Lucky's died once. That's how you trade. Metals almost gets it done in the end. Diabolic and Cade get kills up top. And this is the first time we've seen Heretics really on the back foot for the time being. But how will they survive this one? Methods, wow. He'll just jump and backpedal up top mid. Metals now rotates quickly, gets shots into them, and gets a kill out of it. He ain't dead yet. Takes some more than that to kill Metals, and Sukri's on the hunt. He finds General. 2v1.
Gonna find the first. Diabolic deletes Metals there. And again, bit of a messy round, you know, with the sliding of the pistol, chasing the kills from both ends. Unfortunate trades down by Pipes as well. But E6 get it done here in a much-needed round as they now are losing 4-1 at this current stage, but good information gathered as they finalise round number 5 here. E6 looking to make a bit of a comeback, and to do so, they need a couple more on the board too.
Definitely possible to do. Again, the kill department started to fill up for E6. Methods